Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're looking at the most memorable performances from child actors who subsequently left the mainstream spotlight. We're excluding former child stars like Tatum O'Neal and Edward Furlong, who still gave some high-profile performances following their career-defining roles.
The fifth golden ticket is mine!
Number 10. Alex Attell, Millions. What would you do if a bag of money fell out of the sky into your cardboard fort? Most people would go on a spending spree. 9-year-old Damian Cunningham wishes to spread the wealth, believing God sent the green. In an age where it's easy to be cynical about anything religious, Alex Attell brings a sincerity to Damian that never comes off as manipulative.
We have to give it back.
No, we can't do that.
I thought it was from God.
As naive as Damian can be, he's also wise beyond his years, with some even wiser figures guiding him.
It feels weird because I know most other boys of my age wouldn't be able to do this, so it's amazing.
After Millions, Attell appeared in The Water Horse and the miniseries Cranford before starting university. While he's been absent from the screen since then, his performance in Millions remains priceless, whether we're talking about pounds, euros, or the almighty dollar. Number 9. Jeff Cohen, The Goonies. Several Goonies have become successful adult actors, with Ke Huy Quan even winning an Oscar. Jeff Cohen, meanwhile, hasn't acted since 1991, but numerous fans look back at Chunk as their favorite character. People still perform the Truffle Shuffle in his honor, but nobody did it better than Cohen. While much of the humor surrounding Chunk revolves around his weight, this doesn't solely define the character.
Oh God, am I impressed.
That's partially thanks to Cohen's infectious performance, delivering some of the film's most quotable lines. With Chunk separated from the other kids for much of the film, Cohen had to carry many scenes on his own, which he more than excelled at.
Spill your guts, tell us everything. Everything.
Everything. Okay, I'll talk. In third grade, I cheated on my history exam.
Cohen still works in the industry as a lawyer, maintaining close bonds with his Goonie brethren.
Captain Chunk!
Haha, give me the sword.
Captain Chunk says, let's get the hell out of here!
Number 8. Ariana Richards, Jurassic Park.
She said I should ride with you because it'd be good for you.
It wouldn't be easy for Jurassic Park to turn the child characters into props who exist only to be rescued. Although John Hammond's grandchildren are in constant peril, they're written and played realistically. Lex Murphy is vulnerable, yet resourceful. She makes mistakes like turning on the flashlight, but proves crafty when confronted by raptors in the kitchen.
Follow me.
Ariana Richards authentically portrays Lex as an average kid flung into extraordinary circumstances, surviving by the skin of her teeth.
You got it! Yes!
She does so with minimal dialogue, sometimes saying everything with one horrified look and screams. Aside from a Lost World cameo and a few other minor roles, Richards left acting to focus on her art. As for her Jurassic Park brother, Joseph Mazzello, he's still rocking Hollywood.
John Deacon, our bass player.
Number 7. Kate Maberly, The Secret Garden. This underrated adaptation of Frances Hodgson Burnett's novel rests on the shoulders of Kate Maberly, who made her feature debut as Mary Lennox. In many respects, Mary is privileged, moving from a comfortable life in British India to a mansion in Yorkshire.
I was angry, but I never cried. I didn't know how to cry.
Behind the luxury, Mary is coping with loss and neglect, escaping into a childlike wonderland. Maberly strikes the ideal balance as a girl who speaks her mind with brutal honesty, yet possesses deep empathy for others as she brings life back to the gloomy estate.
It's beautiful, Colin. Do you feel it? Do you? I'm coming!
Despite holding her own against legends like Maggie Smith, Maberly has only starred in a handful of projects since. Nowadays, she mainly works behind the scenes, but like the titular Secret Garden, Maberly is overdue for a rediscovery.
Hugely exciting, flattering, wonderful moment, and I'm very grateful to be here. And yeah, it feels very special. It's been a wonderful surprise, and I'm just happy to be here.
Number 6. Quinn Cummings, The Goodbye Girl. In this romantic dramedy, a mother and her young daughter share an apartment with a neurotic actor.
I broke my ass for...
Give me that.
Ass, I've heard the word before. I broke my ass for 12 years in this town and things are finally beginning to break for me.
Ironically, the most mature resident is little Lucy, played by Quinn Cummings.
Only I'm a little old-fashioned. I want your approval.
Me? I'm only 10 years old. I'm not allowed to vote yet.
In the wrong hands, Neil Simon's dialogue for Lucy could come off as either too cutesy or too forced. Cummings couldn't be more natural in the role, however. While Lucy is a precocious child, she's still a child. Cummings demonstrates how even the most charismatic children possess universal fears like abandonment and the desire for a stable home. Although Cummings received an Oscar nomination, she only appeared in one other film. She had more TV credits, most notably a recurring role on Family, but Cummings now works as a writer and entrepreneur.
You want to hear the reviews Elliot Garfield brings to Kowalski dimensions that even Brando had not investigated?
Number 5. Matthew Garber and Karen Dotrice, Mary Poppins. This duo first appeared together in the 1963 Disney film, The 3 Lives of Thomasina. So technically, both children had more experience on the silver screen than Julie Andrews when they made Mary Poppins a year later. Although Andrews stole the show as the Oscar-winning nanny, the iconic performances from Garber and Dotrice were just as integral to this classic.
Mary Poppins, is that your name? It's lovely.
Thank you. I've always liked it. Now, shall we get on with it?
Both bring a wide-eyed innocence to the Banks children, but have a mischievous side that requires a firm yet affectionate hand.
Just a spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down in a most delightful way.
The two only co-starred in one other film, The Gnome-Mobile, which credited them as the Mary Poppins kids. Sadly, Garber died from hepatitis in 1977. While Dotrice popped up a few more projects, Jane Banks is her cinematic legacy. Number 4. Hunter McCracken, The Tree of Life. In The Tree of Life, director Terrence Malick delivers one of the most complex and simplistic cinematic journeys we've ever had. Something similar can be said about Hunter McCracken's performance as young Jack, who grows up to be played by Sean Penn. Much of the film is presented from Jack's perspective. As all-encompassing as the world seems through his eyes, Jack lives a fairly ordinary life with his graceful mother, intimidating father, and 2 brothers. The entire experience can feel like a string of memories that look inconsequential on the surface. Underneath, though, they're molding Jack into the man he will become.
Think about it.
At the center of everything is McCracken, who to this date only has 1 screen acting credit, but what a role it is. Number 3. Mary Badham, To Kill a Mockingbird. There have been countless books and films about prejudice, although few have done a better job exploring this difficult subject from a child's point of view than To Kill a Mockingbird.
Almost 2 hours now.
Scout Finch doesn't grasp the gravitas of the case her father has taken until the trial is underway. Even after the heartbreaking verdict, Scout doesn't understand everything, but a part of her childhood innocence is lost. The lessons her father has imparted will stay with Scout well into adulthood, however. Mary Badham received a Best Supporting Actress nomination for her genuine performance, at the time becoming the category's youngest nominee.
Well, it would be sort of like shooting a mockingbird, wouldn't it?
She left acting shortly after, but when Aaron Sorkin brought Harper Lee's book to the stage, Badham took on another role as Mrs. DuBose.
Hey, Mr. Bose. Don't you say hey to me, you ugly girl. You say good afternoon, Mr. Bose.
Number 2. Carrie Hen, Aliens. James Cameron is credited for bringing more action to the Alien franchise following its claustrophobic predecessor.
Get away from her, you bitch!
He also brought more heart with the introduction of Carrie Hen as Newt. Ripley and the orphan Newt have both lost the ones they love most, forming a mother-daughter bond that provides the film's emotional anchor.
Did you ever have a baby?
Yes, I did. I had a little girl.
Where is she?
She's gone.
You mean dead?
Newt isn't completely helpless, having survived a while before Ripley's crew showed up. That doesn't make her any less traumatized from the experience. In Hen's eyes, we see the hell that Newt has endured, but we also see hope. It would have been interesting to see Hen grow up with the character, but Alien 3 had to ruin everything. In any case, teaching was Hen's true passion, even if she's mostly remembered for Newt.
Today, she's a 4th grade teacher in California.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1. Peter Ostrom, Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
Hi, everybody.
Wake up! Wake up! Charlie's home!
Charlie Bucket isn't as colorful as the other 4 children who find a golden ticket. This is what makes Charlie the hardest role to crack.
Look, everyone, look, I've got it. The 5th golden ticket is mine.
He doesn't get as many humorous lines or personality quirks, but Charlie still needs to shine above everyone else with his kind heart, universal relatability, and a smile so wide it could put anybody in a better mood.
Hey, try this, Grandpa.
All right, Charlie, wait for me. Whee!
Peter Ostrom encompassed all of these traits in what would be his first and last film role. Although Ostrom was subsequently offered a 3-picture contract, he turned it down and went on to pursue a veterinarian career.
Saw the veterinarian that came out to the farm that I worked on, and I thought, boy, this guy's got the greatest job in the world.
Ostrom wouldn't even discuss his acting stint for years, but in recent decades, he's come to embrace his part in making a perennial childhood staple. Which former child stars would you like to see make a comeback in adulthood? Let us know in the comments.
Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.